see if we get the music's going. Oh, that's loud. Turn that down just a touch. I guess we just, yeah, let's go. We'll just switch over, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm an imposter. I can't actually code. Just fool everyone into thinking that I can while sitting here typing away and then have tests to prove that what I'm doing is working, even though maybe it doesn't. Anyway. Where am I at? So there's this DashJoin project that was started, I guess, in the realm of a year ago. And it's got a lot of really great documentation that I don't have the context to understand. And my goal, I'm not sure what my goal should be right now. I guess I just kind of need to peruse this and I need to figure out where it's at. And I'm thinking that maybe a good way to do that would be to kind of look through these PRs. So we've got creating a DevNet masternode. That sounds promising and important. I'll probably have to spin up another container. Oh, so many containers. I'll probably call this one something like CJ1. Because we may need a few of them. I'm not sure. There is a way, I think there's a way to put things in a DevNet mode, which is probably why this is called DevNet. I think there actually is a flag for it that lets it know that it's a private address that you're running from, to not expect to be on the internet, not require being on the internet. Okay, so let's see what this is. So I think the goal here is to parse and create a bunch of messages. Well, the goal is obviously to be able to fully participate in CoinJoin, and I'm not sure where things are entirely here. Also, okay, so yeah, I think I'm just going to go through. There's a lot of commits here. Dependency issues cleared. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. 72 commits. Wow, 93 files. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I ought to open this one up here. I think I've already looked at this one. I don't think that this is as in-depth. Yeah, I know about this. So this, I think Amanda's video here is great. This is probably not super, well, actually, that's pretty deep. Okay. So there's different message types that I don't actually know what they stand for. I wonder if it says DSA. It's a DSA message. does that mean? Okay, so there's some pretty good documentation here, it looks like. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. I love that this breaks it down like that. That's beautiful. That's super easy to read. There's probably some other documentation like this that I should have seen a long time ago that I didn't. But this, from what I understand, from what this looks like, it's like this part, this part, this part, this part, this part, this part, this part. That's beautiful. That's good. Oh, okay, so a lot of this was done. Step one. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, this is gonna be a little obnoxious, but I am going to run. First of all, where's my whatchamadoodle? Let's get in here. Dash join, git switch. What branch are we on here? Develop? No, we're on some branch way ahead of that. I'm just gonna run myself a little npm run funked. First I ran the JSWT init. Oh look! If we ignore white space, everything's fine. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's definitely wrong. Oh, I see what's going on there. Alright, so that one we can fix. Yeah, there should not be multi-line blocks like that. Okay, there's a bunch of these. Okay, so probably need to stay away from the MD files for now. If we look at the source, I'm just kind of curious. We could standardize. Oh, is the music voice blend off? It might be. It looks like the music is not actually being captured right now. I didn't have the microphone. I don't know how the music could be prominent because it's not showing up as being captured. Oh, okay. That should make a huge difference. Does that make a huge difference? Those two things. One, I actually put the mic in front of me instead of being off to the side, and two, I pressed the record button that probably changed which input was being used for the mic. Let me know how that goes. But it looks like it's registering. Both background music looks like it's registering now, and the mic looks like it's registering now. I don't know it was registering before because it was pretty much BOGO. All right. Now we should have everything. Okay. I wonder what that extract is. I think I saw that library before. So what I would not want to do... Hold on, I just want to... So I think he had his tab width set to 4. My guess is print width was probably something like 120. I don't know. I'll just leave that there for now. And let's set single quote back to true. I'm just wondering. Oh, okay. It's BOGO spaces is what's going on. See, some of these are 4 spaces, some of them are 2 spaces, some of them are 8 spaces. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna let that alone right now. But yeah, I say this again and again. I honestly I don't know how developers develop without having code tools installed. It seems impossible to me. I mean, I guess some people would say that about GPT or whatever, but I think spacing is much more important than GPT is. Anyway, it looks like there's some good stuff here. I just have to figure out how to do it and what this stuff means. What does DSA mean? Yeah, because that right there obviously this is very difficult to read this and understand what's going on because it's got BOGO spaces. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that now the audio and the music are correct. Oh, hold on. All right, there we go. Okay, so where am I at? Looking at DS. Darksend. Ah, thanks. That's actually really important information. I'm gonna just gonna make a little issue here. Okay. Okay, cool. And there is a baby monitor that makes the most obnoxious noise. when it's not fully connected. And it's not fully connected. So if you hear it, I don't know if you'll hear it, but it's almost like a cricket. It scared the bejeebies. Not scared necessarily. Okay, it was weird. I heard it and I thought, oh, there's a cricket outside. And then I heard it again. And then I heard it again. And then I heard it again. And it was the baby monitor. But the other piece was turned off. And so, yeah, anyway. Okay. Let me get back to where was I at here? Was this the place where I was looking at it? Yeah, okay. So I'm just getting a lay of the land. So what's exciting is that there's a lot of different baby monitor connected. Creepy lady starts talking to me. Robot voice. Anyway. Okay. So I'm trying to get the lay of the land here and just kind of figure out what exists, what doesn't. But this looks very good. I wish I had more context for. Okay. Where we're at? Non-custodial services. Now, was there not some other implementation of this that somebody had started on, or that worked some that wasn't C++, that was a sane language like Python or something, JavaScript? Because it'd be cool to cross-reference it and kind of get a sense for both. So it looks like most of the documentation came in that first PR. Yeah, dev blog of sorts. Excellent. Dev blog. Yeah, DevNet. Okay. Ryan, look. I believe that he was, yes, he was in fact using DevNet. Not RegNet. Or RegTest, or I don't know why it's not called RegNet. Because it makes sense, because it's mainnet, testnet, DevNet, RegNet, or RegTestNet. This is actually really good. So I want to know where. Where's the document? Do we have documentation or scripts for how to get that masternode network up? Oh, Dashmate. Okay, all right. Okay, so maybe not then, because this way wasn't working out. So he turned to Dashmate, which may have been RegTest. Now, was I able to get that? I was able to get that working. Trying to remember where the caveats were. I think it's just because it's a moving target, and I was using Dashmate for Evo nodes, which I think is what I need to be using now. But I think the released version, like the version that was, there was a mismatch of versions. There was just growing pain stuff that made it hard. Hopefully I'd be able to do it. Let's take a time. Yep. Oh, interesting. DC? Oh, that's great. DSA message. Dang, this is really good documentation. What's up, Ollie? How you doing? What's your looks maxing routine? Well, I shower. Then every couple of days, I shave. I put on some very expensive cologne that I bought at Macy's from a girl who gave me her number and then ghosted me 15 years ago. And, you know, it's amazing how long those bottles last if you just do 2 or 3 sprays when you put them on. I mean, I don't know if people are using 15 or 16 or 100 at a time, but the bottles, it's 15 years old or more. And I still use it. And then the hair paste I use is Maverick. And I don't know if I actually have that in today. I don't think I have it in today. I had a little too much in yesterday. And so even though I shampooed, I think a little bit was left over today. And that's my looks maxing routine. Yeah. That's how I max my looks. You know what's hilarious is that like the one time that I intentionally put the thumbs up for Apple to do the whatchamadoodle, it didn't do it. That's weird. This is the first time that I'm actually glad that it's not working, but this is the sweet. Did they fix it? Maybe they fixed it. Maybe in OBS 30.1, they no longer have that ridiculous, yeah, okay, I think they fixed it. Because Apple introduced this stupid, what do you call it? AR, what's that stand for? Augmented reality stuff where based on facial expressions and like random movements of your hand, it shows stuff on the screen. Anyway, moving past that. Would you recommend starting coding, or do you think it will be replaced by AI? I'm not sure if that's a real question or not. I saw this meme that I thought was really, really great. I think a friend shared it on Facebook. I happen to go on Facebook. Well, I'm getting on Facebook Marketplace, and so sometimes I accidentally land on Facebook proper while I'm on Facebook Marketplace. And somebody made some sort of a meme-like thing, and it was like that, like that. It was the question of AI generated art, and the prompt was accepting the deal, and it was showing, you know, the thing that, you know, it's the hand clasp. If you were to search accepting the deal on an image search, you'd see the hand clasp and every color of the rainbow of hand and combination and men and women and, you know, all that. And so it had, you know, like clasps where there was a hand up here, or there was 3 hands, or there was a hand with 10 fingers, or, you know, obviously AI is not going to replace artists. And in the same way, AI is obviously not going to replace coders. However, I think that for things that are well known. So where AI is really great is at getting you the most statistically significant answer for something that's really well known. And that's where it can help you get boilerplate out of the way. It can't help you create something that hasn't been created and well documented many times. But it can help you get boilerplate that everybody has to do every time out of the way. It just often does a bad job because it takes from the worst examples on the internet. And often they work. They're just really bad. It's the number of people who don't know what they're doing, who just cobble things together, is several orders, or at least a few orders of magnitude greater than the people who know what they're doing. So the training data for the AI is mostly really bad. And as more AI produces more junk code, then the training data gets worse. Okay, I think that I got through the documentation here. I don't want to go through the actual source files. I see what's going on with the mn configs. That makes sense. And I don't want to read through all of this stuff because I'd rather read through the current code. But yeah, there's a fair number of files here. So this is... Okay. I think a lot of this may be nearly full parts from the C++ code. Because there's a lot of code in here. And there's a lot of comments. I think, look, in 64, I think that some of this came from the C++ code. And it was a process of translating it. And that's something else I think that AI can do a pretty good job of, depending on what the language is. There's a lot of hallucination, and there's no way to fix that. There's going to be a lot of hallucination. There's going to be a lot of just, it does generate a lot of garbage. So, yeah. Okay. Let's scroll through. So would I recommend starting coding? Maybe. It depends on what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, whether it's important to you or whether you're just like, I want to do something that makes money. Okay, this looks like... Some of that looks like my code. It's pretty obvious name. I'm sure lots of people have created a function called hex to bytes, but a hash byte order also sounds familiar. I think you should invest in doing what you feel is a good fit for you. What you believe is a good fit for you. Okay, client session. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, DC. Got it. Okay, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so utils. So utils is where I should be looking for this stuff, not a bin folder, but the utils folder is a bunch of the scripts. Got it. I think that we need plumbers, we need bricklayers, we need electricians. There's a lot of fulfilling jobs that we need a lot of out there. I don't think that everyone should become a programmer. I think that a lot of people make stupid money being idiot programmers that don't have any clue what they're doing. And I guess good for them for being able to make stupid money, but it's just kind of stupid to pay someone to just screw something up over and over again, right? I mean, not just pay them, like pay them a lot. I mean, it's one thing if you're paying somebody $10 an hour, if you're paying somebody minimum wage and they just screw stuff up, you kind of expect that. When people are making $150K and they have no idea what they're doing, I mean, if that's your deal, you just want to make the money. No one can blame you for getting to that position if there's no gatekeeping in place to make sure that only qualified candidates get the role. And well, there has not been a lot of that in the last 10 years. I think maybe in the last 2 years there's a bit more of it. But not everybody can be a coder. Not everybody has the mind for it. You know, it's not something that anyone can do. I think it's something that anybody who's got the mind for it can do. It takes skill. It's not just talent, and it's not just skill. You have to have a talent for it or you shouldn't get started at all. And I think that's the case with most things. If you don't have a talent for it, don't, because the difference between if you have no talent and you develop your skill, the most that you can, the best you'll ever be is mediocre. If you have a talent, then you'll be mediocre almost immediately. And then if you invest your skill in it, then you can become an expert. And the way to tell whether or not you're going to rise above mediocre in programming, the easiest way to tell is after a few days of coding. And I mean a few days, not even a few weeks. Like, this is something that within the first, I mean, if you were going in a college program, by the end of week 2, you should be able to tell by this whether or not you're going to be a coder, or whether you should just stop. If indentation makes sense to you. If indentation, the grouping of functions, if statements, like, there may be some confusion about when's the best time to use the right indentation, but if you can't basically make your indentation consistent in a program, then you should give up and move on. That's my advice. You are going to do more harm in the world than good. And that's really not, that's not being mean, or that's truthfully the way that it is. So if indentation doesn't make sense, please don't do it, because you don't have the brain for visually, logically organizing things. That doesn't mean that you can't logically organize other things in other ways, but you're probably, if you don't get indentation, you're probably more of an intuitive person than a INTP. I don't forget what the other one is, but you probably fall too much on intuitive, and you're not rational enough. You're not, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to look through a few more of these. Particularly, I'm interested in that blog folder. In fact, maybe I should just jump to that over here, because I don't want to spend too much time going through these PRs, but I think it's actually kind of important to go through them enough to get a sense of what the progression has been. That's weird. Did this just get changed to a different name? Because I could have sworn I just saw this in the other one. Maybe it did. Okay, wait. This doesn't seem right. Create the DashMate cluster. Yeah, okay. This looks like I'm looking at the same thing that I just looked at. Creating a DevNet masternode. Is this not the same thing that I just looked at? I'm very confused. Oh! Were these closed? The PR was opened and then closed. Okay, I see what's going on. So looking at these one by one for many of them won't actually have much value. Because they're not built on top of each other. So it's not that, well, they may have been, but what may have happened is they may have been pulled into the develop branch over and over and over again. So I've made this mistake before, where you accidentally end up with the same history in a bunch of commits because you're going through and you're bringing the commits along. And that looks like what's happened here. So I'm not actually able to see a diff of, okay, what was done next, what was done next, what was done next. It's just the same thing over and over again, because every single one of these, alpha v1, alpha v1, alpha v1, alpha v1, alpha v1. So they never got pulled in, but each next piece, emulating several clients. That actually sounds really useful and important. Oh, nice. All right. I'm not sure if they're implementing low-level protocols or just calling into RPCs to Dash core. Oh, are you back at 2 minutes in or something? Yeah, well, give me the links, please. I'd have to go look at this again. Okay, I'm going to go look at the RPCs real quick. Where real quick is, I don't know whether it's going to be real quick or not. Okay. So docs dash RPC. Or maybe we need to go back. One problem I have with this is there's so many different... There's different tiers of documentation, but the sites look the same. Okay, this is the developer documentation, which one would hope because I did, say RPC. Okay, let's go to quick reference. And let's see if we've got any CoinJoin RPCs. Get CoinJoin info. Controls the CoinJoin process. Okay, so this does not expose an RPC that can be used. This turns the internals on or off. So this only has start, stop, reset. So that one is not going to be the droids we're looking for. Okay, no. Our high-level goal is to get a JavaScript SDK so devs like JoJo can easily integrate CoinJoin into JS apps. Yes. And if at some level we have to use the RPCs because we can't do UDP connections in a browser. So at some level you do have to connect out, but yeah, I don't think that this provides, and that's a pity because it seems like it should, but I don't think that this provides the ability to do DSA and DSU and let me search in here. CoinJoin processing. Yeah, so we've got this. But this is not... I don't think this is RPCs. This is just explaining the handshake. So this is going to be important to us, but I don't think that it is the thing. Yeah, this is just... This looks good. This is my favorite page of documentation, maybe in all of the history of all of the documentation that I've looked at for the cryptocurrencies, because this actually gives the raw bytes that go across the wire documented by what the byte sequences are. I could probably learn from this for the other documentation that I've done, because I think that the way that they handle this is actually, the design of it is really good. It's clear to me these are bytes, and then there's more stuff coming. Okay, Dash Electrum. All right, so this is in Python. That's a terrible language, but a reasonable one. It's great in that it's easy to read and write and is sane. It's just not a modern language. But it is an acceptable language for sure. Ooh! CoinJoin. No results. Is there a different one? Is this not the right one? Ujin. Interesting. That's a weird number. Does this one have CoinJoin? Maybe I can look for DSSU or DarkSend or something like that. Let me go back to the other one. DSSU. Nope. DSA. That one might just match, yeah, because lots of things match DSA. DSQ. Okay. DarkSend. I don't think that this has CoinJoin in it, but help me understand where I'm wrong. And I don't believe that CoinJoin is implemented in the mobile wallets. Now, private send is different. Private send is a selection algorithm. So that's just saying that you're looking for coins that have been tagged in a certain way. So you could have private send implemented without having CoinJoin implemented. Okay, so I do not believe that the mobile wallets have it. All right, but what I need to do, what I want to do here is I want to look at the developer blog, because that looked very interesting. Okay, let's put that one aside. This one looks very good. So back to this. And then dev blog. Yes. So let me make this its own whatchamadoodle. Okay, I think I read all this. Yep, I think I read all of this. Oh. Okay, source demo. Let's take a look. I think that's just because the way the linking doesn't always work depending on how you're looking at it in the readmes. Holy shizdizzles. Where's the demo? What? Oh. Hit the wrong button. There we go. Did Command H instead of Command F. Oh no, a factory! No! Oh. That's not so bad. Okay, choose inputs, yeah. That's a lot of dependencies. Okay, but some of these are duplicates. Or triplicates. What? Parse int. Oh. Is that the same as doing math.floor? Is that what we're doing there? Math.floor would have been a little bit more math.floor, math.round, math.seal, whatever the... I think it must be math.floor. Yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused by that. But whatever. So DSF message is parsed. Okay. And this is, I think this was a debug. Invalid collateral. Yeah, okay. Mark TXID used. Okay. I think this deboot is the database. Yeah, storage mechanisms. They get you every time in the face. But after 20 years of coding, I finally think I understand how to properly separate to not have this problem again in the future. It's taken a long time. That's something that people should learn early on. Which I can't explain in a rant right now. But I had a presentation called MVC is Dead, Long Live MVC. And I talked about a different pattern. It needs a different name because MVC is so muddled that it doesn't mean anything anymore. And with all patterns, people immediately began abusing it and using it in a different way and not actually following the pattern and then saying that the pattern doesn't work and it makes bad code and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But, you know, that's what happens when you don't follow a pattern and then you tell everybody that you're following it, like Agile, right? Get Agile certified in how to do waterfall development. All right, this looks good. Okay, so this demo, it makes sense. There's a lot here. Okay, require config, require config, require config. Pre-init. Amount. I don't understand this. Parse float. This already is a float. I don't understand why there's a parse float there. What is the side effect that is, or is that just a goofo? Maybe it was a string at one point. I mean, I would honestly, it ought to be a string. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I still need to understand how the reg test or whatever it was set up. What is PSBT again? I know I've heard that before. Oh. Oh, we're dropping 81% of frames right now. Did my internet die? It looks like we're dropping about 100% of frames. Can y'all still hear? Let me know if you can still hear. Can you see anything at all? I think I've used Restream too much. Technically, I paid to be on an unlimited plan. It was their stupid fault for offering the deal, you know, to sugarcoating a deal to give me an unlimited plan. But I guess it was also my stupid fault for believing that they'd actually follow through with it. It seems that anytime that I stream more than 8 hours in a 24-hour period, I'm not sure if that's rolling or whatever, then they just crap out the streams. And that seems to be what's going on right now. Okay. Decode raw transactions. Huh, sanitize. That's interesting. Is this something that the user can pass in? I would think that's something that you generate. Create quota inputs. Okay, we got the deboot. Build executive. What is that? What is deboot? What is dash boot? Bootstrap and this. Oh, that's the one that's really, really big. All right. It's good for me to look through this, get a lay of the land. I'm gonna have to break this down into steps for myself because it does seem daunting at the moment. It seems insurmountably daunting. Yep. Okay. Okay, demo data.js, so this is good. So this creates a collateral transaction. Let's see. To do this sort of thing. I like this devlog idea. I don't know if I can articulate my thoughts that well linearly while I'm in the middle of figuring something out. Just 1 second. I'm going to blank out for just a second. Document date. Shouldn't that be at the top? Right. So how are we doing with only 2 frames a second? I wonder, hold on, I'm just gonna... No, I'm not on, my Wi-Fi is turned off, so it's not like I'm accidentally getting Wi-Fi. And I'm running a speed test right now. I am imagining the speed test is going to give me near perfect results. Which I am now grandfathered into. But again, what good does being grandfathered into an unlimited plan do you if you don't get the unlimited plan? Yeah, my internet speeds right now are perfect. I'm getting symmetric 95 megabits, which, you can't realistically get better than that. All right. So the next question is, can I find any references to reg test in here? Yes, I can. Excellent. No, I do not want to be able to scroll. Scrolling is the devil. Oh, bless me. You did a good job. Okay. I'm going to create a CJ1, and I'm going to go through the process of doing what I think I'm supposed to do with this. I don't know what the LMDB database is. Let me read through this whole thing. Instance is just a folder, but it helps that it will help. It helps that it will help. You separate wallets on a name basis. Who wrote this? Kamala Harris? It's helpful that it will help you to help. When help is needed, the help will come to help you. Just kidding. I don't mean that in a mean and malicious way about writing how I do that. Everybody reduplicates things accidentally. Well, reduplicate is its own word that does not mean what I just said. Everybody says this kind of thing. Anyway, passing in an instance of foobar will create the following folder. Yes. DashJoin.js. Sweet. LMDB database. All the wallet data for that instance makes it trivial to use different data sets in different instances. Keep in mind that if you end up deleting an instance directory, the wallet and all its transactions still exist in your Dashmate cluster. Okay. LMDB. I gotta find out what that means. It's usually not a problem. The point of Dashboot will allow you to easily create lots of wallets and address. Okay. Well, that's great. Grind junk user. Dang. So I maybe this makes sense for consistency, but if you already have an if block, you don't need a block on the outside. But I do this. This is something I see very few people do. So here would be an example of where I would do this. Because this TXID, well, actually, I don't know that I would do it there. But I do know here is an example of where I do this. Because user doesn't need to be in the scope. So you just put a block around it. And then user falls out of the block, and then it can get garbage collected right away. I mean, it seems like it should just know that the user's not used again, but then maybe you have another area where you want to redefine user, but it's a different user. Anyway, having blocks for the purposes of scope is great. I don't know why it's called Bootstrap. Do we have more README information here? Because this looks really useful, and I would really love to have a quick start, because it looks like it looks really useful. Okay, demo. Source demo. Dash boot. Load instance, instance name. Is that it? Deboot. Okay. What is the launcher? That's weird. ID is an object. I find this strange because ID is not referenced anywhere else. So that doesn't do anything. Okay. I think I'm going to try to go at this for another few minutes, but even though I just got started, I just feel like I need... It's an overwhelming amount of information. And I may need a break to just let some stuff settle in. But I think I want to go a little bit further before I do. Okay, CLI sign. Was it utils? Holy shizdizzles. That's a lot of utils. How are these? A lot of these are, links. No? They're just the exact same file? That seems weird. Gin blocks, that looks like that'll be really useful. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Doesn't make sense. Oh, I need to figure out what that LMDB is. Is that a real term? No, LMDB. There we go. Oh, how I miss the old days. When it would just say, no results found, rather than skipping what I searched for and giving me random crap. MDB. MDB. LMDB. Let's see if Ryan knows. Anybody in the chat know? What was it I was looking for earlier? Let's see if this search shows up. It'd be nice if this actually showed me what I'm searching for, if I could see what I'm typing. Venimo. Hmm. That's weird, because when I went to look at forks earlier, that doesn't even show up. Ah! Not the same thing. There's different words. They mean different things. Okay. Does CoinJoin use BLS or something? Oh, wait. Ah, but there is DSQ. Is that what I'm to understand? If I search DSQ? Okay. Okay. ProTX hash. Okay, PS dash PS net. Too many acronyms. BFH, BH2U. What? What the letter L is this? What? Come on, Python. From .util, is that saying from a local directory util, or is that saying that there was a util defined and it's what? Whatever. Anyway, this is probably good stuff. Okay. Okay, so this one did come in. Okay, that's what you get for using a GUI to do a CLI's job. Let's stop wasting our life away in this nonsense. Let's act like real coders for a change and use our trusty rusty friend RG. Yeah. Strip privates. All right. All sorts of good stuff. Oh, this is excellent. So now we have 3 implementations, one in C++, one in Python, assuming that this works, which I have it on good authority that it does, and one partially in JavaScript. All right, I feel good about that. But which is the appropriate one? Is it private send or is it CoinJoin here? Okay, now GitHub search is working again. Look, they did the right thing here. Well, I mentioned it way too early. Said bread wallet fork. Where you put the fork information is down here by the license or whatever. You know, that sort of thing. You go down there and then you say, available under the MIT license, blah, 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 forked from. Okay, it's in the iOS code, but it's not in the Android code. Okay. That's simple enough. Hmm. So I think that this is good. I think that there's value here. There is an overwhelming amount of information. I think I need to just kind of ruminate on it for a bit and then come back around to it. So I'm going to pause for now. I don't know if I'll be back tonight or not. But I'm going to go have dinner and kind of let this sink in, just, I don't know. Like I said, it's an overwhelming amount of information, and I need to create a plan of attack of how to bite off this elephant one chunk at a time. And yeah, I think the first thing I need to figure out is how to do the reg test, and the next thing I need to figure out how to do is how to I think that setup piece is the most important piece, and I think that there's both pieces of documentation as well as mob run. Run CLI program. I think there's stuff that is going to be helpful here. I just need a little bit more context to understand what it is exactly. So with that, I am going to peace out. Catch you later. Adios.